Hey guys, and welcome to Little Black Book. You know what time it is. We're talking to you guys about Jeanni Mai, Jeanni Mai, Jeanni Mai, sorry, and Jeezy. Listen, apparently, more information has come out, and the reason why they actually broke up. Funky Geneva releases some of that information from his hidden source. So we're gonna actually break it down and have a conversation about the reason why they potentially would have divorced, and get a little bit deeper and give you some more details. So if you're new to the channel, make sure you like, you share, you subscribe. You click on the bell button for notification of the uploads. And for those of you who are returnees, you already know what it is, baby. You got the minerals. You got the minerals. Stay hydrated because the streets out there are hot. Want to help you guys. I want to let you guys know we're trying to get to 100K by the end of the year. Yes, we're trying to get to 100 subs. Make sure you guys like and you share and you subscribe. And also you can join our membership. It's £1, it's $1. And you can join our only membership lives. If you haven't done so, join the Patreon, because the Patreon allows you guys to have conversations about TV shows. You needed somewhere to talk about TV shows and different shows out there. This is the Patreon. You need it, baby. You need it. You need to go and jump on there. And for those of you who love merchandise, we have some. Okay, wintertime is approaching very fast. Grab your hoodie, grab your jacket, grab your windbreaker, whatever. Go down below right now and grab your merchandise. Okay. We appreciate you guys. Stay locked, in. Let's get into the video because there's some craziness that's going on right now. Funky didn't even release some information about why these two came to a butt as they have. And honestly, it wasn't that deep, but it was that deep. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those ones that where you're like, you understand why we're going to get to that point, but we don't understand why we got to that point. Let's have a little breakdown. Listen to Funky Geneva, what his perspective was.
I got the tea. Okay, so y'all know I had to call up to Atlanta, baby, and find out what all the hell was going on. Because I know people who are in that circle. Y'all ready for the tea, bitch?
Yes.
Get to us, Lord.
And it's nothing salacious. It is nothing salacious at all. And honestly, Heavenly, you're going to describe them all as things that they could work through. Number one, distance. Not being in the same place often. So that was a factor from what I was told. The number two thing was she likes a social media relationship. He is a very private person. An example that was cited was that, he would want to have a couple friends over. Next thing you know is she's got 50 people over and a party planner. He didn't like all of that. And so it was just those types of things. The mama has been with them from the beginning of the marriage. So I got the tea. Okay, so y'all know I had to call. And now the brother lives in the house. You see what I'm saying? So that's an issue to her brother. And then just other things like from what I was told.
Oh, snap.
So I got the tea. Okay, so y'all know I had to call. And now the brother lives in the house. You see what I'm saying? So that's an issue to her brother. And then just other things like from what I was told, she likes to walk the daughter to school or whatever, and he's not for that. Saying, if somebody recognizes you and I'm oftentimes not home, people are going to know where we lived, so on and so forth. So they were all minuscule things that I guess are just combined together.
Man, get out of here. I thought you were going to have some good tea.
And now the brother.
All right, cool. So I guess that's what someone meant by, obviously, family values and expectations were different, and they have different thoughts when it comes to that. Let's deal with this first and foremost. Number one, distance. Listen, distance can kill a relationship if we're not aware of how to communicate very, very well and how to build intimacy whilst we're far away. Now, of course, the relationship that they had, they were in COVID at the time. Completely different ball game when you're in COVID because you were stuck with each other, or you might be sneaky linking and stuff like that. It's completely different to now being in a space where we're no longer in COVID. You have your business, I have my business. I'm flying here, jetting over to here, etc., etc. Distance can become a killer when we are not working hard enough to input into keeping a relationship together. And not everybody is comfortable with distance. But that's an interesting point, right? So distance one of being those one things, right? Number two, it was about her social media presence, wanting to be everything social media. Now, Jeezy wanted to keep things on a low key. I get it. I also get her point of view. She wants to be able to be free and showcase her relationship because that's what she's always done. I personally am a person that keeps everything low key. Please don't do too much. Like I don't like. I'm not here for the let's be couple goals and show everybody what it is. No, no, no. I'm not here to do all of that. That's arrogant for me, and I'm not about it. I'm more of a case of like, Jeezy, I'm very low key. I have a few friends over. That's about it. I don't want to see 50 people come to the house and then a whole big ass party. Yeah, I don't like that kind of stuff personally. But that doesn't mean that she's wrong. But again, if we have different values in that area, that's something that can be discussed and talked about. What's the compromise here? Okay, Jeannie, do you know what? If you give me a couple of days notice ahead of time, then I wouldn't mind having these people on the West Wing and y'all can do your thing over there. Right? Cool. You know what I mean? It's a compromise that can happen. Number three, I think the more biggest one, number three, is the fact that the mother and the brother moving in. Yeah, that's gonna be a long thing. I'm sorry, moving your brother and your mother in ain't gonna help nobody. That's gonna crowd the space emotionally. But I'm aware that different cultures like different things, and they have different customs, and the family will stay close to them. And I totally understand that. I just understand. I also understand as well. You've been in America for how long? You know that the American way, or even the Western society way, that isn't the way we do things. But I understand you're keeping cool to your culture. Was this discussed beforehand? Because surely this is a topic. But my mom's gonna move in so that you can look after the baby or something like that. Surely this would have been a topic before they got here. Now he's probably saying to himself, "We don't need your mama to do this. We got some money. We can pay somebody to come and look after our child. We don't need your mother to do it." But maybe she want to say, "Hey, but I want family there. It's better when family the one look after the children." Because culture and things like that can happen and we can impute that into them, right? And also just keeping that child safe emotionally and spiritually and sexually away from any predators out there. I get it, right? From a random mark. So I also understand that particular point. Number four was obviously safety. And maybe she doesn't see the safety issue because maybe she's not as recognized as she has been, or maybe she's not as recognized at all. So for her, it washes all over that she can go and take her child to school, because in reality, walking to school, she's probably done that. She's probably done that in her mind so many times, or walked to town, or walked to something like this, walked somewhere, whatever, and nothing's really happened. And the reason being is because the kind of energy she carries. But number two, the area she might have grew up in. And number three, not everyone gets attacked like that. So I get it. Jesus trying to make sure he prevents rather than cures. You know what I'm saying? Which I understand. I'm not mad at it, and I get it. The four things, like Funky Geneva said, are not going to break up a relationship, but they will begin to show cracks in the relationship, and it will begin to fracture, and it will begin to be damaged. So that part I do understand, and I do get it, and I move with that particular function. So I'm not mad at that part either from Jeezy. I think again, all of these things are workable though. They're so much more workable. Like in terms of safety, hey babe, listen, you want to walk them? Just at least have a car. Let's have a car follow you, because I know you want to keep walking the kids to school. Let's have a tail on you with bodyguards, whatever, right? Just so that if anything happens to you, we've got protection. That's calm. Cool. Solution. Now, of course, he probably doesn't want to say that because money's going to come out of his pocket. I get it. But yeah, there's this, for me personally, there's not enough strength in these excuses as to why we are broken up. So it's probably more to a story that he didn't get from Funky Geneva. But yeah, this is madness for me. Yeah. There's no way that these two should be broken up if these are the reasons why you're broken up. I think it can be fixed. All right. So like, share, subscribe, click on the bell button for notification uploads. We appreciate you guys. Say, look,